What is up, everyone? Bleeding Blue Podcast, episode 96. We are back at it here to be discussing some Blue Jays baseball. Obviously, we don't have too much to talk about when it comes to Bills and the Leafs, other than the fact, actually, we'll start it off right now. Ryan, it was announced last game of the season, the Buffalo Bills will be wearing the red helmets. That's the only Bills news that we have. How excited are you?
I'm very excited. I've been wanting it for years and years and years. Everyone's been wanting it as a Bills Mafia. Everyone's been wanting it, and we finally get it. It's just too bad. The Bills are already going to be locking up already have the number one seed in the AFC locked up uh, when we're going to be playing this game. So Josh Allen's maybe going to wear it for a series or two, not even, and then he'll take it off. But nonetheless, it's awesome to see. Um, Also, New Jersey coming out August 28th. It's the NFL Rivalries jersey, which I'm very excited about. If it looks good, which I'm hoping it is, it's going to be like this, like iced out, like it's going to be like a gray and blue jersey. Um, if it looks good, I'm buying it. I'm buying a jersey because it's kind of the Rivalries jersey is kind of very similar to the City Connect jersey in terms of like it's not like a alternate, like they're not going to be wearing it every Friday or whatever the MLB does, but like it's like a specialty jersey. And Bills are playing the Patriots Sunday night wearing them, so I'm very excited to see what they look like. And the jersey looks good. I'm buying it because a new Bills jersey in the rotation's always great. So
Yeah.
very excited. And obviously training camp has started. You know, hopefully you guys don't get injured, knock on wood. But yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. James Cook is practicing. There was a lot of speculation that he wouldn't want to play this year because of contract um, disputations with him and Brandon Beam. But I think he's happy to be here, and he's got 1 year left on his contract, so he'll play out this year. And if he does pretty well, I don't see why the Bills shouldn't sign him. So
Yeah.
get him signed up. One of the best running backs in the league. Keep him on the team. So yeah, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good in practice. So hopefully he stays for a few more years. But yeah, that's basically it for Bills news. Not much.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But we do have a lot to talk about the Blue Jays because right now the Blue Jays hold the best record, not in their division, not in the American League, but the entire MLB. They haven't had a record, as said on the broadcast, they haven't had been the first place team in the entire league with this record since 1992, this far into the season. It is quite literally
Mm.
one of the most outstanding, incredible things that has happened, and we are so lucky as a Blue Jays team that we get to experience this. It's quite awesome. It's fun. It's also deserved, man. We haven't
Mm-hmm.
had a team that's fucking dominant for since 2015 for 10 years. So it's nice to have something. We've been through the shitter. We've been through um tough stretches and tough years. Last year was fucking embarrassing. It was horrible. It was really tough to watch. And then 2023, you have the whole issues with runners in scoring position. It just becomes a really frustrating season. They still make the playoffs, but it's not what this team is and what this team should be. And you have the Barrios incident. That's a big thing. 2022 was, again, that ending was extremely embarrassing. So it's nice to just be able to beat the other good teams in the league and just show how dominant of a team we are. And I think it's sustainable. I mean, we really talked about this before about, is this sustainable? And I believe it is. And I'm gonna ask you, Ryan, do you believe this team is sustainable and this winning philosophy sustainable? And you know tell me why. Like, why do you think this is a winning team?
I kind of have mixed thoughts about this. As we've continuously mentioned on the podcast about being that this team does not have many star players as other teams that are successful in the league, like the Phillies or or the Dodgers, teams like that who have multiple star players that can get it done in the playoffs. This team's kind of an underdog in that sense, where a lot of younger guys coming up in the system like Barger and Clement and Miles Straw, who's come out of nowhere, who's been really impactful doing smaller things on the team. The only real star we have is Vlad in terms of offensive firepower. And I think, based off these last couple weeks, especially after the All-Star break, I think that's definitely give me a sign of hope that this team can be this consistent until October. Um, but I'm still kind of skeptical with the lineup that we have compared to other teams. I think Detroit's another similar team in that sense, where not many star players on that team other than Scooble um, keeping the team afloat. But I think if they keep playing like this, then I don't see why they aren't a top contender in the league for the World Series or just going there. So I'm kind of half and half, but more leaning towards that this team can be consistent.
Fair enough. I'll give you my 2 cents on this. I believe that there is some statistics that give us the indication that this team it can sustain this level of play. I think, especially when it comes to the way the way that they don't strike out, their inability to strike out, especially in the big moments and just create these innings, because that's a stat that just doesn't lie. When a team has a team wide approach that works for them, like the Blue Jays do, where they just don't strike out and they find a way to put themselves in a position where they're scoring runs. It's not like they're winning these fucking fluky games. They're winning by a ton of runs. They're scoring. It's not like it's every team has those games where they just it's like, oh, how the fuck did they win that game? But you saw with the Yankee series, you saw with the series against the um with the Giants, and then you're seeing it right now with the Tigers. You find a way to score runs by putting the ball in play and hitting doubles. That's what's been happening. It's not like they're hitting singles and squibblers up the line all the time. They do that in the right moment. And they also do that, and then when they don't need to do that, when they need to get a big hit, they do it, and that's what's so important to them. It's like their ability to change their approaching game, and that's a compliment to the front office, honestly, and the coaching staff. And that's an important aspect to this. Is you gotta you gotta give your flowers to the coaching staff for them to you know teach this team and guide this team and guide these guys that are veteran players too, how to play. So I'm impressed with the way they are. I think I believe it is sustainable, and for that one stat of like their ability to get on base, and also they have good players. Ernie Clement is a good player. Like, I don't think this is a fluke of a season. This is the type of player he is. He's been in the league for a while. The guys, like, you have a couple players that are just like, okay, this is ridiculous, like Miles Straw and Tyler Heineman. That's just it's so unsustainable, but this is what happens to good teams. And I like to say, good luck. It happens to the people and the teams that are that work fucking hard and deserve it too. So you get luck when you're a team that deserves it and puts yourself in the position to have luck handed to you, especially in that Yankee series. That's what I think about that.
Yes, 100%. I think, I remember watching a lot of the games in the Yankee series and the Giants series that, they don't, like you mentioned, they don't strike out often. And I remember one game in particular when Rodon was pitching for the Yankees, and David Schneider had this one at bat where he lasted 14 pitches, and like right after, he didn't, nothing came out of that at bat, in the moment when I think he popped up or something, Schneider
Yeah.
popped up or something. And then right after, there was guys on base at that time, and the players in the outfield and the infield, they were standing still for so long that I can't remember who got the hit right after. Um, but someone got a hit right after Schneider's at bat. It was like the first pitch, and I think it was Volpe or one of the infielders. It was a ground out, and he fucked up the throw because he was standing so long, right? And that's the reason why we got that run is because Schneider,
It's the
was
little things.
last. Yeah, just little things like that, just outlasting the pitchers and um, not striking out and putting hits in the right places.
Hmm.
Right down the line or in the gaps really well. Like they've been doing that a lot recently, when I've been watching the games and highlights and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think this team is definitely different from the teams with Teoscar like 2022, 2023. I felt like they were just relying on, they were big home run teams like, with Marcus Simeon and when Vlad had the almost 50 home
Yeah.
run season. They were very reliant on, hitting the home runs and the long ball. But this team is just, doubles, double singles, playing the game like I've heard the Jays announcers saying, playing the game the right way.
Yeah.
Like they're not hitting home runs, they're not making flashy plays, but they're doing the right things uh when needed. So, like
Mm.
I mentioned before, with the if they can sustain this long, if they play like this the whole time and they're not reliant on getting home runs and getting 5, 6 runs an inning and trying to come back in games, you know, in big numbers, then yeah, 100% this team can stay consistent if they keep playing like this
Yeah,
and
man.
not relying on home runs. Like Vlad only has 13 home runs, right?
Yeah.
We think of him as a long ball hitter, flashy home runs and stuff, winning the home run derby and all that stuff. But he's playing like we said, he's playing the game the right way. He's hitting 291. That's really what we paid him for was, get
Hit
get
per
get hits
average
and
and get the big hit. That's what's most,
exactly.
you know?
Exactly. Bring the runs in, right?
Yeah.
So if he keeps playing like this, same with Springer,
And
more
Bo
he
too.
has more home runs. Bo's been playing really good too, hitting really well.
Yeah.
279. I think he has second most hits in the AL just behind Judge. Like he's gonna get you hits, right? So
Yeah. I know.
his team looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing is like they have the best average for runners in scoring position as a team. I think they're hitting like
Yes.
281, something like that with runners in scoring position, which
Yeah.
is absolutely fucking awesome. And that's why they're in this position. When that's your average when it comes to runners in scoring position, that's what's going to get you that's what's just going to drive that winning percentage up and give you
Uh-huh.
those wins. It's because your ability to hit with runners in scoring position. It's everything. It literally is everything. Your ability to hit with runners in scoring position. And the other thing I was thinking about is like I tried to convince myself. I'm trying to think of other teams that are similar to the Jays in this position. And I really believe the Milwaukee Brewers are very, very similar to the Blue Jays. They don't hit for a ton of power. They really don't. They rely a lot on defense, defense ability, and figure out ways to get the big hit and just be scrappy fucking players and do really well with runners in scoring position. The guys that on that team that are kind of similar, Bryce Turang, um, Sal Frelick is another guy, William Contreras, Jackson Chourio, Christian
Mhm.
Yelich. Some of those guys are bigger names, Chourio and Yelich, but they're not, crazy. Yelich is only hitting 260 and then
Mhm.
Churrio's hitting 270, you know, but the fact that I think they have really good pitching, really good defense, and just an ability to score runs. They just know and have a philosophy that works really, really well for their team. And it's what's caused them to just be great, so, and have the second best record in baseball. Not the first, not the first. I'll tell you that though.
Yeah, I'm gonna see see the Jays play the Brewers in around a month or so. So that'll be a fun game to watch when they come to Toronto.
Yeah. And you could even say I think Detroit isn't as good as the Jays. I think they had a little bit of I think they had a little bit of luck at the beginning of the season.
Hmm.
And maybe that's just, come to fruition because like the Javi Baez resurgence, the Gleyber Torres resurgence, things like that. It's like things just really fell into place for them, and even that's happened to the Jays. But like, I just Javi Baez has just been so bad for so long. I do not know how he's going to sustain this.
Right.
And maybe that's like the George Springer thing too. You could look at that, but I think
Yeah.
George Springer has been better for longer than Javi Baez has. You know, George Springer had a pretty bad season last year, but I think he changed up his philosophy. And you look at things like, and the most important thing I think for George Springer is like that one dude. Why am I forgetting his name? He's their hitting coach. I should know this. I should really know this, the hitting coach's name. But he has had a huge impact on Springer and his, you know, his change in approach. And his change in approach is just even if you swing and miss, don't worry. Take one good every at bat, have one A swing, and that means swing as fucking hard as you can and have a great swing on a ball. If you miss it, it's okay. Change your approach and start thinking about what you're gonna do. You're gonna get on base. Now you're gonna get on base. You're not trying to hit for power. And that's what Springer's done, man. It's like he hits the home runs, he gets on base, and he's just been a fucking dog for us. You know, 12 stolen bases, 55 RBIs. Um, yeah, it's good. They've been playing good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna read out some stats here. Just like looking at this. So Kirk batting average. Let's look through it right now. Alejandro Kirk 302, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 291, George Springer 287, Ernie Clement 272 or 282, Bo Bichette 279, Addison Barger 273, Nathan Lucas 268. Like you know, that is awesome. That is great for this team, and that's why they have the best average in all of baseball. But yeah, and then Eric Lauer too. My gosh, that dude has been fucking awesome. So, two
Yeah.
61 ERA, great, in 10 starts. Just been
Yeah,
so
that
so
last
happy.
game he played, he was phenomenal.
8 innings,
Yeah, eight innings for
one
Eric
run ball.
Lauer. That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's good because now we have a full rotation, and that brings us to our next discussion about which is a little bit exciting. I guess it's kind of up in the air right now, but our trade deadline is coming up. It is this upcoming Thursday, so it's pretty soon, 5 days from now.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Okay.
that's big, man. So that's a big thing, and I think we can mostly agree on who we kind of need uh, as or what type of players we need on this roster. My belief is 2 to 3 bullpen arms. Um, a long man, somebody who could say if a starting pitcher gets injured, can take over and come into that role like that. And maybe a right-handed bat, like a nice bench bat that is great. You know, gonna bring depth to the team because I you don't want to say you always want to upgrade your team. You know, there's always things you can upgrade. You're never gonna go like, oh, we're okay with how we are right now. We're fine.
Hmm.
You want to upgrade your team, and I think there's a lot of ways the Jays can do that, especially in the pitching depth because rotation or relief roles because Jimmy Garcia's down, Ryan Bird's out for the entire season, Nick Sandlin's out, guys like that. So we hopefully can get some guys going. That'd be great. And yeah, so I'll go first, and I'll kind of just break down some of the players I'd like to have on the Jays. And then maybe you can just give a couple names. You don't have to go crazy or anything like that,
Okay.
but just come up with a name. But I'll say the guy I'm thinking about is a couple of relievers. I'd say either David Bednar or Emmanuel Clase as one of the big
Mm.
guys on the team. David
Classe would
Bednar,
be phenomenal.
yeah, Clase has been really solid for the Emmanuel Clase has been really solid for the Guardians. 2.74 ERA. Nothing like the season he had last year. We had an 0.61 ERA. But
Yeah,
still,
he was
nonetheless,
nasty.
he's disgusting. He's nasty. 23 saves on the season. I don't think he's going to take the closer role. I think Hoffman will still have the closer role, but I think he could be. He's that option. You know, I heard on the radio. It's like Hoffman's already been paid. It's not like he's like he's got the money. Like he's not. He's on a
Mm.
big contract. And the J, I still trust him in the closer role. I know some people don't. I still trust him in the closer role. He gets the saves. It's the tie games that he's not getting, and
Hmm.
it's okay. But Clase would be great. The other guy I think about is David Bednar. So David Bednar right now is really having a good season compared to what he had last year, where 5.77 ERA is not good. But right now, one of his best seasons of his career with a 2.25 ERA, 15 saves already. He'd be very happy to leave leave the Pittsburgh Pirates and come to a winning team that definitely would love to have him because I think I've heard him talk in interviews and just as a person he seems like a very down to earth guy, and that's the other thing that you also want to be concerned about is like how are they in the locker room. You don't want to mess up this flow of the team because if the team's already playing so well like they are, you don't want to try and disrupt that. And yeah, so that's what I'll say about David Bednar, Emmanuel Clase, and those are two of the guys that I think would be huge. Like those like oh my gosh, this is fucking awesome. They're game changers right away. Um,
Mhm.
if we're looking at starting pitchers, um, the one I think about a lot is Joe Ryan.
Mhm.
Joe Ryan could be awesome. He's been great. He's been the best player um for the Milwaukee or Minnesota Twins, and he could be so valuable on the Blue Jays. I think he'd be just phenomenal. So yeah, that's what I'll say about
Okay.
that. And then the other guy I think about, possibly Mitch Keller could be useful to this team. Merrill Kelly, um, and then maybe even I don't know, like a um, who else? Who else was I thinking about? Cade Smith was another pitcher. If he
Yeah.
plays for the Guardians as well, they're a pitching machine. Like just they just bring out pitchers like crazy.
Mhm.
He throws gas too, and he'd be a very useful pitcher. I'm sure. Like I'd love to have him on the team.
Mhm.
And then yeah, the other guy I had on the list was Sir Anthony Dominguez, who's with Baltimore right now. He's got a 3.6 ERA. He's all right. He throws gas and he strikes out pitchers, so that's a big thing. And yeah, that'd be really I think
Mhm.
okay for them. Um, but yeah, let's take another look. I have some lists here. Yeah, Mitch Keller is another target of the
Yeah.
Jays. Um, and
I think there was a lot of talk of the Jays getting Merrill Kelly from the Diamondbacks. I think that was a lot of talk about him. I think another guy similar to Clase is Duran from Minnesota.
yeah,
I think that would be a good addition to the bullpen. But I think what the Jays are going to focus on is getting an extra starter because I don't think they want Lauer pitching,
yeah,
pitching all these innings. So they think they want to prioritize that, just have some depth uh for the potential playoff run that the Jays could go on. There's obviously young guy Edward Cabrera. I remember he used to be nasty. MLB The Show 21. He had the probably the most broken card in the game.
yeah.
Yeah, he's coming up, so I think that would be good. That'd be an interesting. He has great fastball. Um, put him up there. Zach Gallen's kind of fallen off a little bit, but he's still halfway decent. So I think they were probably going to look at him as well. Do you think
That
the
could be an
Jays would
interesting one.
potentially? Yeah. Do you think the Jays could be looking at any bats like a
So the
Eugenio
bat side, I'm
Suarez?
not
I don't think
100%
they'd be
sure.
going for Eugenio Suarez, but
No, I don't think
um,
so. I don't know if I mean he's gonna cost so much. Like he's just so good.
he's been
But
very good this year.
I would say Ramon Laureano is the one that's not as it's not as sexy,
Right,
but I
the
think
cheater.
that Ramon Laureano. Are you sure?
Yeah, he's the guy who he got suspended for like half a season for cheating or something. Took
Oh, did he?
PEDs or something. I think so.
I didn't.
Maybe I'm thinking about someone else.
No, I feel like I've heard that before. You might be right. But uh, that would be one. But he's been playing really well. 273 average, 14 home
Yeah,
runs.
2021
Not bad.
suspended 80 games after testing positive for anabolic steroid. Brutal. Oh well, he's back playing, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter anymore.
He's
But
been the second best player on the Baltimore
Orioles,
Orioles. The
yeah,
other guy, Ryan O'Hearn, is another guy. 280
yeah, yeah.
average.
I was gonna mention his name.
Great. He first base and right field, the DH bat. I think he could be definitely valuable to this team. But again, the hitting isn't the biggest issue. I mean, we are out on Barshow and Santander. We're not playing, which is not good. But again, we've been able to sustain ourselves and be great without them. Even Jimenez is another guy. So that's it I'll say about that. I'm not too worried about hitting, but that would be the biggest thing. Any other guys that you can think of
I
or
would have loved. He's already gotten Delph, but Ryan McMahon, I would have loved on the Jays just because he has a very similar name to mine, and he was a go-to guy. MLB The Show.
similar
Loved
name?
Ryan McMahon.
Has the same name as you. Similar name.
Well, first name but last name. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Very
like
similar.
yeah. Okay.
Similar full name. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, yeah.
And he was my guy. He was my guy, left hitter. He has a great swing too on the game. So I used to play with him all the time. But now he's on the Yankees. He's went to the dark side. But it is what it is. I would like to see him on the Jays just because, I don't think he would have been playing much. Maybe. Probably just put him at DH. But I was also going to mention this too when we were talking about the offense and stuff of this team. We're doing this without the main guy we signed in the offseason. We're doing this without Santander.
Yeah.
We also got to think about that too when he comes back. What's his timeline? Do you know when he's going to be coming back?
I don't even know if he's gonna come back for the rest of the season.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. I mean, we don't need him. We're doing well without him, but it's just crazy. I was just thinking about that the other day. Like, where's Santander now? He's not on this team.
I
He's
know.
not on this team performing. What he was supposed to be doing for us. So, oh well. Same with Jimenez. Jimenez has been injured. No.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I got Jimenez has been injured. I got a name. He was
okay.
great with the Jays last year. IKF. He's
Oh God.
no, he'd be a perfect bench bat too.
Oh
Already
God.
played with this team, and he was great with the Jays. He's not like he's a guy that can come off the bench and be valuable too. I think IKF. I love IKF. Honestly, incredible defense too. Plays any position and is super just loosey goosey. Only he wouldn't cost much. He would not cost much. I'd love IKF on the Jays.
Maybe.
Dude, he's playing
Maybe.
well too right now. Let me take a look at his stats. Isaiah kind of fucks. 260, 270 average, and 1.3 WAR. I think he'd be great with the
How
Jays.
many games did he play this year?
90.
Okay. Maybe. Maybe. If we get him for cheap, maybe.
He's one of the most valuable players on that team.
He's switch hitter, no? Or
No,
am I
no.
thinking no. He's righty. Okay.
Let's see who else is playing well? Mitch Keller, yeah. Okay, Brian Hayes. No, thank you.
Yeah, he's not
Dennis Santana has been good for Bailey.
I heard Sandy Alcantara was looking people have been talking about him, or maybe I'm thinking about someone else, but I thought he was like in talks with other teams and stuff. He was uh talked about.
I think yeah. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he gets dealt.
He's kind of similar to Zach Gallen right now in
Yeah.
terms of that.
But anyway, all right. Well, let's move on then. That's it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do a pod before the trade deadline is over. That'd be great,
Yeah.
and then we could kind of in real time. Also, baseball today is going to be very exciting. Next week on Thursday, they got uh, Keegan Matheson, who's a great name.
That's next week. I thought it was 2 weeks.
Well, maybe it is 2 weeks.
August 7th.
Okay, then you're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm very excited to go to that.
I'll be.
So I wasn't able to go to last month's because I was in Montreal, but yeah, I'm very excited to go to another baseball today.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's move on though.
Oh no, Baseball Town. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Baseball Town. Yeah.
Baseball town. Yeah. So, let's move on and discuss our list. Obviously, it's been a sad week. We've lost two legends.
Hmm.
Hulk Hogan and of course the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. Very, very sad. Rest in peace. An absolute legend. Was the jump started and was the
Wait a
key
second.
in creating
Get some stuff here.
a heavy metal genre of music. You know, the real hard rock. So it's pretty awesome what he did, and it's pretty unfortunate that he passed away. Ryan's going to show some of his records. I'm actually very curious to see this. Um,
Got volume 4
nice.
and
The classic one. Yep,
Master
Paranoid.
Reality. I do not have Paranoid. I got it.
That's the one, man.
Honestly, volume 4 is probably my favorite. Probably next to Sabotage. I still don't have Sabotage. That's an underrated one. I don't think there's any skips on Sabotage.
Fair enough.
Very good album.
Um,
But yeah, rest in peace. I also have a solo Ozzy album. I can't remember where it is.
Bark the Moon.
No, it's the other one. Um,
The one with No More Tears.
Diary of a Madman. That's the one I have.
Cool.
That's somewhere in there. I don't have the cover for it. I just have the vinyl, but I'd have to search a little bit. But
All right.
there you go.
So for our top five or our ranking of top fives, we will be doing top five heavy metal artists of all time. Bands, singers, songwriters is what it is. And yeah, we're a little bit vague because we're not the most knowledgeable in all heavy metal, not the underground bands. I don't got one of those leather jackets with all the patches on them, or the jean jackets like some of my buddies do.
That's
But
cool.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's
Let me look at the poll from last week's top 5 and see who gets to choose first.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Can
see
anyone
here.
even vote? That's the real question.
Nine responses. I won by 1 vote.
Fuck.
So I get to choose first this
Were
week.
there any comments on that?
Yeah, one of someone said Ryan Holmes is down bad. Still one of the craziest first 3
Oh,
picks I've
whoa,
ever
this is
seen.
big. This is big. Aaron Judge, she's going on the IL.
Really? Oh my God. Yeah, ESPN, yeah. That's crazy.
Huge.
Strain and right elbow. Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, it's not.
Well, it's good for us, but not good for them.
Not good for them. But yeah. All right.
Let's go top 5. I'm gonna go first since I won last week's poll. And I'll give you Black Sabbath for your first pick. I know you're gonna pick that anyways. But I don't know if it's heavy metal, but it is metal. It's the band I saw this year. Top 5 band of all time for me. I'm going Metallica, number 1.
Good, great choice. Great choice.
Yeah.
All right. Then I will go for my next pick. Yeah, I have my list here. I might have a different choice. No, I don't. It'll be Black Sabbath easily. Fucking that Paranoid album is one of the
it's fantastic.
I've
Fantastic.
ever. Most of their albums, their first like 4 are all great, and then Ozzy solo. But I'm gonna count Ozzy like anyway. But yeah, Black Sabbath is incredible. Just they are the child of heavy metal. They created it. So yeah.
Yeah. That's why Metallica owes all their fame, not fame to, but inspiration from Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
They did that. They did their final show with him, which is pretty cool. All right, my number 2. I'm gonna go. Might be shocked. I was thinking about picking one. You're probably gonna pick it right after me, but I'm gonna go with Iron Maiden at number 2. Very big fan of theirs. One of the first vinyls I got was Peace of Mind. And the Trooper is probably one of my favorite songs ever. Love that song. So I'm gonna put them at number 2.
All right.
Iron Maiden.
I'm going Ozzy as a solo artist. What?
All right.
That counts. He's
Kind of a cop out because you already picked him, but all right, fine.
Oh yeah, I did. But yeah, Ozzy as a solo artist.
I'll allow it. I'll allow
Yeah,
it.
Anyway, I think yeah, but he's still fucking great. Like as a solo artist, No More
Mm,
Tears, Mama I'm Coming Home, Ordinary Man, like one of his later stuff. The dude just kept rolling out tunes
mm-hmm.
like Crazy Train. Like how can you not like
Yeah.
um Bark at the Moon, like it just great tunes, like so many, so many. Um but yeah, gotta love Oz.
Over the mountain, and Flying High again. Both
Yep.
bangers on that vinyl I have. Both bangers. Okay, number three. This is kind of borderline. We discussed it before the pod, but I'm going AC/DC. It's kind of like it's on the border, but you picked Ozzy twice, so I get a I get one of these picks too. So I'm going AC/DC number three.
Okay. My number three pick, I will go with Motley Crue because
Hmm.
they are absolutely. If you've seen the Dirt, Ozzy's in it. He's heavy metal. That counts. They're one
Yeah,
of the craziest fucking bands of all time. Just
yeah,
really, all they did was just drink Jack Daniels and uh, do some wild shit. That's all I'll say. They have done
yeah,
some crazy things in their time. What a crazy, crazy band. Fucking sick though too. They back it up with their great performances. Now they suck. They cannot sing, or Vince Neil
yeah.
cannot sing. But really, really cool band.
Good pick there. I don't I should discuss this too. Is Van Halen considered metal?
I'll say yes. Give it
All
to me.
right, so I'm picking them at number four. I should have picked them at number three, but I'm going with Van Halen at number four. Bunch of classics. Eddie Van Halen, one of the best, one of, if not the best guitarist of all time.
I saw a video. It's like, can you give me a band where somebody other than the front man is or the lead singer is the
Is
most
more
notable,
pop. Yeah,
most popular. That
I would say Led Zeppelin is up there. I think Jimmy Page is
or John Bonham,
more
honestly.
relevant than, or John Bonham, yes, more relevant than Robert Plant. But
I think the same thing goes for Rush. I did not know I only know Neil Peart and then
right,
Lee
okay,
I knew
yeah,
who it was after. And then there's a couple other bands that are like that too. It's
okay.
but anyway. Um all right. What is the next one I can choose? All right, I'm gonna go. I think this is heavy metal. This is late heavy metal, maybe a little bit on the grunge side, but I'll say Alice in Chains.
Come on, they're not heavy metal. That's come on,
Okay, you don't
dude.
count it? All right, fine, fine, I won't.
I don't know. Like here, let me.
No, no, no. I mean, I'm looking at a list of heavy metal artists, and they're there. So I'm gonna go. Fine, I'll go with a different one. I'll go with a different. I have other choices. So let me quickly go down the list. Um, almost there. Um,
All right, no, no, I'll allow it. I'll
no, no,
allow
no.
it.
It's okay. It's okay. Um, I will go Guns N' Roses.
Okay, it's a good pick.
I'll count them. They're that heavy metal hair.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
If you want to, you can pick them. You can put them honorable mention, and
it's
I
okay.
won't pick
That's
them.
fine. It's fine. I think
Okay.
Guns N' Roses is a better choice.
Okay. All right. All right. Number five. I'm gonna go with an underrated one. I have one of their vinyls as well. I forgot the
Okay.
name of it. Um, I'm gonna go with Tool
Oh,
as my fifth pick. Really good band. Really good band. Uh, Undertow. That's the one I have. Their first album. Really good band. Doesn't get talked about enough, really, in the metal space or even the rock space. So I'm gonna go with them, number five.
cool. All right. All right. I will go with. I want to go with somebody I know, so that's the thing. But I'm gonna go. Um, fuck. Okay, I'll go Def Leppard.
Yeah,
Fuck it. Easy one.
that was gonna be my next pick.
Yeah, Def Leppard.
Okay, good one. We're doing honorable mention. We'll add another one.
I can't do it. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't know
I
enough.
was gonna say if we did pick one, I was gonna pick Corn. I think
I don't know a
they
single
were
song. I'm sorry.
you don't know Corn at Woodstock?
I know Corn and Woodstock, but I don't know their
That
music.
was insane. That was crazy.
It's like
Uh
what's the band? It's like Limp Bizkit, like the stupidest fucking band name ever. Yeah.
yeah, but Limp Bizkit's not
Just
really
wanna
metal.
love
They're more grunge.
space. Yeah.
They're like a mix of rap. They're a mix of everything, Limp Bizkit. But when Limp Bizkit opened for Metallica, that was the craziest experience I've ever had at a
Hmm.
concert. The mosh pits going on. I mean, I jumped in on those too. Those were fucking crazy mosh pits. That was fun. Um, but yeah, Corn is up there. I don't know. I don't really listen to metal that much. Pantera, I saw live when they opened for Metallica. They were pretty good. Don't know much of their songs, but yeah, not big enough metal to. Deep Purple's not really metal. They're more like, yeah, I guess you could call them. They're kind of borderline.
I wouldn't call
Yeah, either way, we put some we could put a couple good lists together. My list, I have Metallica, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Van Halen, and Tool. You have Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, and Def Leppard. Two very solid lists.
it. Yeah,
Could
man.
pick either one, but we'll let the viewers decide on Instagram.
Yeah. All right. That is a great episode right there, talking about our Toronto
Hmm.
Blue Jays. 6:10 start for the Blue Jays tonight.
Hmm.
Again, as we forgot to mention, actually, it's somebody's birthday today. So why don't you guys be nice and give little McCabester a nice happy birthday in the next episode comments, or but yeah, he deserves it.
Hopefully the Jays can
For the
win
Jays
for me
win
tonight
on your birthday, that'd be great.
against the best pitcher in the league.
To be
Um,
fun though, I'm excited for tonight's game because this is a real test for them. So
yeah,
they, even if they do lose, I'm not gonna be. He's like it's fucking Tarek Skubal. Like the dude is disgusting.
yeah, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, like
If they win this game, if they pull this out, this team is the real deal. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
This
mean,
team's
I
the
feel
real
like
deal
they
if they
already are
pull
the
this
real
game
deal,
out.
but this is even
Yeah, but this would definitely
be
bring
like,
them
all
over.
right, they're fucking good.
You
But
beat the Tigers, win a series against the Tigers away. One of those games being against the best pitcher in the league.
yeah, man. All right,
Nothing, nothing much more to
let's
say after that.
let's end it off here. But thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate you. Remember to like, subscribe on the TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We are on all those platforms. Appreciate you all, and see you next week. Go Blue Jays.
Peace.